Hello.
Are we live?
We are live.
We are live.
We are live for the finale, probably. Well, I can't imagine why it won't be.
I think there's every chance we're either going to
we're
escape
all going
or
to die.
Of Tachyon Squadron, our long running now. I can't remember when we started it. 6 months ago? Something like that.
Something like that.
There've
Star
been
Wars.
11 episodes. We haven't done one fortnightly, so it's not 21 weeks ago. It probably is 6 months ago because there are 50 weeks in a year.
And with the number of gaps we've taken.
There are actually 52 weeks in a year, Matt. I don't like to.
Yeah, well, roughly.
You don't like to correct him.
Well, it's not to say there's roughly 54 weeks in a year.
Well, not in the Star Wars universe, actually.
And Craig did say it's about 6 months, and then Matt spent like 3 minutes working out and goes, "It's about 6 months." So thanks for adding to the conversation there, Matt. That was really helpful.
I'm very helpful to do that.
Anyway, stay with us, viewers. We are having a bicker, but we'll be through it soon. So
if you enjoy our bickering, press like and subscribe.
Smash that like button.
Smash the like button.
So we return to Star Wars Tachyon Squadron, where Effekt Flight have been a mix of undercover missions to disrupt the Empire's latest scheme of a brand new super star destroyer called the Moff Narkev, and where is the Vanquisher?
The Vanquisher.
That they had been keeping secret by parking it in interstellar space and using interdictors to pull ships from hyperspace on a pre-arranged schedule.
Is that how we did it? We were pulled out of hyperspace.
Well, you were given
actual
coordinates this time, but the first time you stumbled upon it was because you got pulled out of hyperspace.
And what were the chances of that, eh?
Yes. Well, quite good. You were chasing. You did have the right place
coordinates.
To go to. It was just
we worked them out, didn't we?
Yeah,
that's true.
You'd worked out the patterns of ships going missing. So last session, the brave, suicidal Death Wish and our kid had flown inside the superstructure of the yet-to-be-complete Vanquisher and destroyed the crystal at the heart of its hyperdrive and were on their way out. Unfortunately, the kid has not been able to join us yet. Hopefully
he's just popped online, but I've messaged him.
So hopefully he'll join us soon. But
haven't had a
if
response
not,
yet.
Death Wish and the kid are currently trying to escape the damaged interior of the Super Star Destroyer. They've shaken off the ties that were following them already. So it's just a race against time. Meanwhile, on the outside, around the main hull of the ship, Bravo is fighting a valiant battle against the turrets and is now faced with not one, but two TIE Defenders, which are advanced strike ships that basically combine the best bits of an X-Wing and a B-Wing and some nice added extras.
Like shields.
Good.
Like shields and a tractor beam.
Yeah.
Tractor beam on a TIE fighter.
Yeah. While around the engines guarding the entrance to where the kid and Death Wish are, Ratchet is chasing down a TIE interceptor and trying to avoid the turret fire that's been coming his way.
That's
pretty much
literally been ripping me and you.
Yes.
Yep.
So as we left it, the Alliance fleet had just jumped in to the coordinates that you provided and started engaging the interdictor cruisers that are surrounding the Super Star Destroyer. and are
Excellent.
starting to deploy their own ties. So we've got a real battle going on here.
It's almost like the last scene of a Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost like we planned this.
Or we could cut to the last scene of the Star Wars movie where we all get our medals.
Us
How
get
about
our
that?
medals.
Apart,
Yeah, exactly.
apart from Ratchet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you got fur, you don't get a medal.
No, not
No.
until
That's true.
40 years later.
Yeah. And actually, it's
So-
probably you only get a medal if you're human, so I'm not getting a medal either.
No.
No,
Because
you're
I'm
definitely
Nemodian.
not. You mean
No.
Nemodian scum. I probably don't say that, actually.
No, that's a bit harsh. Under the
Sorry,
circumstances.
I've been pretending to be an Imperial for too long.
So we'll leave Death Wish for the moment, and we'll skip to let's
What's everyone's status? Just to
Oh
remind
yes,
us.
do you want to roll off your
Currently,
status?
I have 4 stress boxes filled in. I have a minor concussion.
Ouch.
My life support system is damaged, and my computer systems are damaged. I have no shields.
That's not good. Okay.
We like to call this "he's fucked,"
yeah,
or in military terms, "snafu."
yeah.
Yep.
So I took one hit on my shields and I repaired it. So I think I'm at full strength at the moment.
I believe I am unharmed in my vessel, but I don't actually have a vessel sheet. And I appear to have no stress.
Okay. So we'll cut to Bravo then, as out of one of the hangar
Cut
bays.
to Bravo will change that for him.
Yeah, out of one of the hangar bays, 2 TIE defenders have swooped out and rolled terribly on their tactics roll, putting them level with Bravo and just below. So we'll focus on this center area first, and the turret Bravo is going to try and engage you. However, your previous actions have meant it's damaged enough that I am minimizing 2 of the dice on this roll. And let me just double check the stats. So that's a -2 against your piloting, please.
Against my
Sure.
piloting, I rolled the dice earlier because you said I could. So I've got +2, plus whatever my piloting is. And I've just got to find my other character sheet. It's gone again. My
Your
speed.
pilot is a 2.
So that'll be 4 then.
4. So you've succeeded on with style on this. Whoever is rattling food.
Stop that.
Ratchet. You shouldn't be eating right now. You should be fixing your ship and staying alive. Or is
So
this
you do have
your last meal?
a boost here, Matthew, that you can use because you've succeeded with style on your defense.
That I can use later.
Yes, so it's a one-use aspect related to dodging or getting into position or something.
Oh, tell you what, is it drawing their fire?
Yep.
Because I'm going to do something damn cunning with that.
And then
TIE
we
defender.
come to yourself and the TIE defender that's level with you. And do you want to go first or second? Because this is
Of
simultaneous.
course, it's simultaneous, isn't it?
Yes.
Tell you what, I can use this boost at any time. I will go first. No, I will go second.
You'll go second.
Risky.
Well, it's all happening at the same time. So,
So
that's true.
it's going to shoot at you. It obviously can't get on your tail because it's not above you. So where's... I'm just checking it's... It is going to do a snapshot at you first for its step 1 action. And that is a 6 on its gunnery.
Ooh.
So you need to make a pilot roll to defend.
So I've got to get 4 pluses to not get hit, have I? What does a boost give me?
A reroll or a +2.
I'll
It's
reroll.
just one use.
So I'm kind of what I was thinking of doing, but it's all wasted now. Is kind of as I'm being shot at, I'm going to fly really close to the tie, and hope that it gets me. Right, that's a bit better. That's plus it's 3. Oh, it's still 5 is all I get on piloting.
Against its 6, so that's going to be 3 points of damage.
Oucha!
Because it's got weapon 2.
Can you put that on? I think you've got my ship record sheet. I don't have one.
Right.
Some
Oh,
ships.
so that.
And also, I don't think I'm a Y-wing anymore. Otherwise, I'd have one.
You are a Y-wing.
Am I a Y-wing?
I think
Oh, no,
it's
you're not.
I was a
X-wing
Y-wing.
as well.
You're an X-wing now, aren't you?
Yeah, the tokens aren't
Yeah.
up to date. Let me
Okay.
just pull up the
Fair enough.
X-wing sheet.
Yeah, you're an X-wing. Which is the same as me. You have 2 points of shield. So you have to take 2 points of shield, and then you're basically taking a point of damage on one of your systems. So you'll need to roll a dice to see which you take.
No, I don't think I do. Oh, I roll a dice, but I believe I can take that first point of damage.
Oh, on your this is
this is my ship.
Yeah.
Attribute. God,
So
really struggling with my screen layout here.
This is my ship. There are many like this one. Enable cosmetic damage on any one system. So you'll take. So your shields are down. Can you roll me 1 dice to see which cosmetic damage you take?
I'm rolling 1d, and that is a minus.
So that is critical systems.
Oh dear.
Cosmetic damage in my critical systems.
Yes. So it doesn't have any mechanical impact. It soaks it. Basically.
It's a nice little explosion, which R2 can fix.
And you do take 1 personal stress, because anytime you take damage to your ship, you take 1 stress. That's it. Step 1. It's step 2.
Oh, that's its first attack.
It can't do a second attack.
Right.
It is going to try and do a tactical refocus. So it's a tactics roll. Which puts it up to 2.
Oh, these pilots are good.
Well, it's not so much that they just rolled so badly on the first round that I got negatives on all of the dice. Bravo, you're up.
Right. Scooting past that ship while it's fannying around, I'm heading straight for the other one, getting on its tail and blasting it out of the sky.
Okay, so
obviously I'm not blasting it out of the sky because my blasters are a pop gun compared to this fella's shields, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You've got a +2 from being on the tail.
Yeah.
And
my grandma's flying helmet.
Yep.
Means that's +2, so I'm +4.
And you are against a 2.
Against a 2.
Plus your gunnery.
Already beaten it. That is 4 pluses.
Ooh.
So that is gunnery 8 plus 3, 11.
11. So that is
Difference of 9.
9.
And what's your base damage for your weapons? I think you've got a +1 weapon, haven't you?
I don't know.
X-Wings have got
Yes,
+1
weapon
weapon.
1. So that's 10.
So that's 10 damage.
Oh, wow.
So it's got shields 4.
Oof.
So that's
better than me.
6 damage gets through.
It's got armor 2.
God,
So
4
that's
damage gets through.
4 damage gets through in the shield. So the shields are down. The armor soaks every attack though. So 4 damage. Can you roll me a die, please, to see where the damage goes? So these ones are piloted by aces, so they have a damage track just like yours.
Get a negative. Go on.
It's
get a
another
negative.
minus.
Ooh, awesome. That's critical.
Minus. So that's propulsion system on these guys.
Oh, right, okay.
That's 4. So they're going to be minimizing 2 dice on pilot and tactics rolls.
Nice.
So that was a very
good hit.
good hit. That's your first. No, that was getting on the tail. So that's a full phase action. And where is repaired? They are going. What are they going to do? So it's down to them now. You're on their tail. They are going to cheat a little.
Are they?
I'm going to spend.
You're just going to roll your dice and say, "Oh, they got 4 pluses."
No, I'm going to spend one of my fate points to
yes.
use their tractor beam to swap your positions.
Ooh. So they've got some sort of slingshots tractor beam, have they?
Yes. These things basically have the maneuverability of a TIE fighter and a tractor beam. So yeah, he sort of just flip as you're on his tail.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it more like how you see in Battlestar Galactica, where they do the 180.
Which version of Battlestar Galactica are we talking about?
The new one.
Oh, I don't watch that.
Okay.
Or Bab 5, where basically they just like flip round.
Don't watch that one either.
He sort of flips round.
He pulls the brakes and you fly right past.
Yeah.
Well, no. You feel your ship shake as the tractor beam hooks on, and you just sort of get slingshotted past him. And suddenly he's not on your tail because he doesn't have the actions to do that.
But I am no longer on his tail.
No. And he's going to spend his second action doing a repair action, which succeeds, but not completely. So he's only minimizing 1 die now on those rolls. And that's his action. So we will cut to Ratchet, I think.
Okay. I'm on the tail.
Yep. I think you're going to have at least +3 on this.
Okay.
I can't remember how many rounds you were on the tail for.
I can't remember, so we'll just call it +3. And I will release a missile at him.
Okay, so that's a technology roll for you, please.
Yeah, which I'm minimising 1 dice at the moment.
So this is pilot.
That is minimise that one. So that's a minus. So the technology is +7 is that's 6.
Ooh.
Against a 2.
That's 4. Base damage is 2 because it's a concussion missile. So that's 6 damage.
Did you maximize one of the dice for it being a concussion missile?
No, I minimized 1 dice because it was a technology and I've got damage on my technology computer systems.
You also maximize 1 because concussion missiles versus
that's
small targets.
7 damage then.
7.
Yep.
So 7 versus the 2, so that's 5 points of damage, which is enough. This TIE Defender is still TIE Interceptor is still there, but one of the wings has come off, been blasted off. It is limping along.
I can't put another. I had the stamp ready for the side of my ship, but
on its action. Oh, sorry, Ratchet. We've completely skipped that turret.
Should have gone the turret first. Yeah.
So, can you make me a pilot versus a 4?
Pilot roll 2, 4. That is a 4.
So that is no. Let me just double check the stats for the turret. That is 1 point of damage because it's a weapon 1.
Okay, do I need to roll where that goes? Because I've got no shields.
Yes.
Don't roll a negative, positive. So that is my sensors and targeting systems are offline. Huzzah.
Okay, I don't know if that does that do.
Use the force, Ratchet.
So you're minimizing 1 die on technology and gunnery actions.
And also minimizing 1 die on technology and gunnery actions because of the previous damage. So it's 2 dice basically.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have shot that missile then.
Okay. Do you want to undo it?
I'll undo that, and I'm gonna just because I took damage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and do a bit of repair. Instead.
So you can do a snapshot first if you want.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll do a snapshot. That's +3 against gunnery, isn't it? So
yeah,
my gunnery's rubbish, but we'll give it a douche. So
Snapshots are only for your lasers. You can't use missiles for a snapshot.
No, it's a different roll. And you don't get the bonus for being on their tail.
I don't. Oh, okay. All right. Don't bother rolling. I absolute terrible shot.
Well, so you're against the 2, but
I got 4 minuses because of the minimization that I have to do.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I've got 1 gunnery.
Right.
So -3.
Repair action is a technology versus a 2. If you succeed, you repair 1 damage box. If you succeed with style, you repair 2.
I have an ability that enables me to get +2 on technology rolls to repair a spaceship outside of a spell. So I got that gives me 6. I'm minimizing 2 dice because of the damage. So that's I just got 2 because I got 4 minuses. I'm having to. The only positives I got were those 2.
Negative,
negatives. So that's a total of 2.
So you can repair 1 damage box of your choice,
I will
or
repair that.
2 points of shields.
I will repair 2 points of shields for the time being.
Okay, and in that case, because the interceptor isn't heavily damaged, it is going to try and shake your tail.
Okay, is that a versus pilot roll, is it?
Tactics versus tactics.
Oh, tactics versus tactics. Okay. I'm not minimizing tactics. That's awesome.
So that's a 1.
I got a -1, so it's a total of 3 I got.
So you stay on their tail. And you'll get the extra bonus next round, so it'll be +4.
+4.
Wow.
Huzzah.
And meanwhile, on the interior of the ship, Death Wish. So I'm going to move you to the special zone because I presume you're exiting the ship.
That's the plan. Yep.
So next round, you'll be able to decide which zone you want to move into.
Right. I do want to let the kid get out before me. So
well,
I'm
we're
coming
going to
up.
presume the kid is flying formation with you.
Yeah.
Or just smashing into parts of the ship and blowing up. A
Well,
fiery
yes.
death. Pull up, pull up.
Can you make me a pilot roll versus a 3?
Me. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
To
And this
see.
This is what to avoid all the innards of the.
Yes.
Okay,
Basically.
this is 3. Okay. So I get a total of 4. So my piloting is 4, and I got a +1 and a -1.
Yep. So you get out without.
This is like the explosions all around me, and it's yeah as you fly through.
But you do lose sight of the kid amongst all of that. You don't know you don't hear any,
Explosions.
garbled screams of death. But
Can
when
I-
you emerge from the fireball, they're nowhere to be seen. But you've been taking long, winding tunnels through the interior of this Star Destroyer,
So he might still be stuck inside.
or have come out a different exit.
Yeah.
Because a Super Star Destroyer is a couple of kilometers long.
Yeah.
Which zone do you want to move into next round?
So do I still have an action this round?
No, so moving zones is a full action.
Right. So all I wanted to do was like patch through. Yeah.
Oh, no,
kid,
sorry.
our kid, let me know. You're out. You're out.
Well, actually, switch zones is a step 2 action, so you could do that as a step 1. Do you want to make a tactics roll or a technology roll?
I'd rather it's technology because I'm a lot
Technology,
better.
yep. As you tune the.
I just want to get like, even if I don't get a response, I just want to get his transponder to show his ship still flying.
Yep. And it'll be against a 2.
Okay, that gives me 5 in total.
Yep, you get so that's successful star. You get a ping that he's turned off basically.
Is he
And
still inside?
He's coming out. It's just he's gone off at an angle and coming out. He's going to come out a bit further along from you.
Right. Okay. So
Depends if Jerry turns up.
Yeah, it depends if Jerry
yeah,
turns up.
exactly. Yeah. Because if he's still inside, I was going to turn back and go back in after him.
No, you've picked him up and he's making the right direction.
Right. Okay. In which case, I think I want to come out on with Matt because I think he's in the biggest trouble.
Okay, so we're going to degrade the positions.
Hold on, Bravo. I'm coming.
Can you make me a tactics roll, please, Dave?
Yeah, this is where I come out right in front of the bloody fighters because my tactics is rubbish. Come on. Okay. Okay. So that's +2. So I get 3 in total.
Oh, I see on the YouTubes on Twitch. Sorry, we have a offer of promotion of our channel.
Oh yeah.
So that's 3, Deathwish.
3. Yep, that's right.
So we'll start the next round, and it comes. We'll start with you, Deathwish.
Yeah.
You come out. There's an explosion as you fly out of this tunnel, and as you emerge, you find yourself positioned sort of as you swing round so that the Star Destroyer is in front of you. You can see a turret tracking Bravo's X-Wing and a couple of ships that are... So the B-Wing's fairly big compared to a lot of other fighters, and these things are similar sort of size to you.
Yeah. So I kind of see Matt go flying past and then these 2 things chasing him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hails of turret fire going as well.
I think Matt can cope with the turret. I'm going to get on the tail of the one behind.
I can cope with the TIE interceptors or whatever they're called.
TIE defenders.
You can once I take one of them out for you. I'm going to get on the tail of that one at level 1.
So the one that was previously on
the
Bravo's
other one.
Tail.
So
Oh, yeah, sorry. The other one's at -1, yeah.
Yeah. And can I fire a proton torpedo at him?
Yes, but you won't get the on your tail bonus.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm quite good with technology as it is.
So
Yeah. Okay.
So that's against a 2.
Okay. I've got a total of 5.
So
Right, because
that
it's technology for the
3.
missile, isn't it?
Yeah.
so that's yep. So that's 3 base plus the damage of a proton
4.
torpedo, which is 4. Did you minimize one of your dice there, Dave?
No, I didn't realize I had to.
Proton tor. Let me just double check. Pull up the right. I believe proton torpedoes against small targets.
Oh, okay. So
Which this
minimize. I have to minimize a plus for that, presumably.
yes.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
I can't minimize a blank.
No, you have to do the
No.
plus first.
So the plus becomes a minus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically -2 overall.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So it still hits.
Yeah. Not as quite as impactful as. Yeah. Check to make sure first, Craig, because you said this is a big ship, mate. You said it was just big. It's at least as big as the V-wing. So
Yeah, and you still count as a small target. So yes, it's minimize 1.
All right. So that takes me down to.
So that's 1 on the base damage.
Takes me down to 3 in total then.
Yep. So that's 5 damage still, which isn't bad.
So I get +1 on technology for my fighter, which I haven't added. Do I add that as well?
Oh, yes, that's.
Yep. So that's 6 damage.
So yeah. So it would be.
That's all his armor and all his shields and his armor.
Yeah. But the armor stays. The armor doesn't get degraded.
Right.
Shields do.
That's really good armor.
Do I have
Better than a V-wing.
What's mine?
Yeah, but this is why the Empire doesn't have many of these.
Yeah. So did any damage get through at all?
None got through, but the shields are completely out.
Okay. And I am on
And
his
you
tail.
will next turn, if you want to use guns, get a +3 bonus.
Yeah. That makes, because my gunnery is not as good as my technology, but that gives me a bonus. That makes it better.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Its action, however, it is going to take a snapshot at Bravo. So can I have a piloting roll, please, Bravo, against a 5?
5?
Ooh.
This isn't good. Have I got any fate points?
I do not know.
I've got none left.
I suspect you've
I think
got
we
one
think
or two.
we did. We haven't had a refresh for a while.
Okay. So
Yeah, there's nowhere on this damn sheet to keep fate points, is there? It's annoying.
So on my sheet here, I've got 2. So I don't really know if that's accurate or not, but I don't really...
Assume that's accurate. Let's say that everyone has 2, because this
Really?
is
I
definitely know I didn't have any.
No, because it's the finale. Let's make this.
Oh, okay, no, I'm not gonna.
Don't knock it, Ratchet.
Further.
Come on, don't knock it.
Arguing any further.
Yep.
I'll just get my.
Right, I'm going to use that for a reroll. One of those. Oh.
So, what aspect are you invoking?
Everyone deserves a second chance, but
yeah,
I had 0 on my dice before, and now I've got 4 blank dice, which equals 0.
Oh no, this is
so
what's your
2.
total there? 2. So that's 5 points of damage.
Ouch.
You've got no shields left.
No shields.
So roll a dice.
Plus,
that's your computer systems.
So that will
use them
be
anyway.
Minimizing technology, 1 dice on technology actions, minimizing 1 dice on gunnery actions, and sensor target systems offline.
Yeah, so you're minimizing
How much damage gets through?
5 points.
Ooh. Oh, your shield. Does that include your shields, presumably?
My shields were
shields
taken
are
out
already-
last time,
Right. Okay.
and I don't have armor.
And that was a
For
snap.
wimps.
And that was a snapshot.
That was a snapshot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we go
These-
to hyperspace at any time we like?
You can if you want to escape, yes.
I'm going to advise Bravo, go to hyperspace now.
And you take
Get
1
back
point
to
of
the fleet,
stress
Deathwish.
as well.
Obviously, I do. Yeah.
If you wish to escape, you need to move to the special zone
Yep.
and
I'm almost there already.
declare that's what you're doing. Let me just double check the rules for bugging out, because actually bugging out. So there are 2 ways to bug out. At the start of the turn, you can declare that you are conceding, at which point you can suggest what happens to you as a during your bug out. So this is, you get control over how you leave the
How you
fight,
leave.
basically.
In a flaming
So you-
fireball.
And that can
Yeah.
include in a burst of flame. Yeah. Okay.
Well, no, you might arrive back at the fleet and your ship is completely written off, or you might arrive back and have a few conditions that you didn't have before. Your other option
Oh, that's
is
just
to
normal
run-
day's play for me.
Your other option is to run the gauntlet, and at the start of your turn, place your ship in this. At the start of the round, place your ship in the special slot of the maneuver chart. Anyone on the chart can attack you. If you survive the round, you successfully bug out.
Yeah, that's
So
not going
you've
to
got
happen.
you've got the guaranteed survival, but with consequences, or you've got the take your chances.
I'm not
Um,
bugging
It's
out.
it's not Bravo's go yet, though, is it?
No.
There's 2
No.
other people possibly shooting at.
Yes.
Well, one of
might
them
not
shot.
get that
Oh yeah,
far.
there's the turret as well.
Hmm.
But that was only the first action of the TIE Defender, wasn't it?
That's true.
Yes, it can't take another shot, but its second action, it's going to try and shake Deathwish's tail,
Yeah. Yep.
which is a tactics roll from. Let me just
That's
shake
not-
it. Shake a tail. Oh no, shake a tail is a full action, so it can't do that.
Aha.
He could spend a fate point and do the oopla doobla.
Oh, it could do that.
No, it
Yes, thank you.
No, it can't.
So I'm going to spend
Yes,
a fate
it
point.
can, Dave. If it
Five
happened to
grand.
me, it can happen to you.
Do I get a
And-
roll against it?
No, because it cost me a fate
Oh,
point. But it
Unless
is
you
a
spend a fate point.
yeah, I might spend a fate point.
no, because it's stunt basically.
So I can't spend a fate point to cancel its fate point.
No. But it does mean I only have 1 fate point left for the session.
Okay.
So that's its second action, and that's it done. Which brings us to the turret, which is going to take a shot at Bravo, but it's minimizing 2 dice because it's been shot up by Bravo already.
Miss.
That's a -2.
Do I take a pilot roll against that?
Yep.
Am I minimizing pilot ratchet?
No, just technology and gunnery. It's 2 dice on technology and gunnery and minimize.
Well, I got +2 on that, so 4.
So you get the boost again.
Cool.
How does he earn the boost?
Because
I
he's
succeed with
succeeded
style.
style on a
Right.
defensive action.
Right.
It's basically you're turning the tables.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
The second TIE defender. Let me just check its sheet. is going to get on Bravo's tail to get the +2 to gunnery. Bravo, pilot roll, please. Again. Let me just check. It's not doing that. So that's against a 6.
Bloody hell.
Oh, no, 6.
Well, it's got
0.
it's got a +3 in gunnery,
Yeah.
+2 from being on the tail, and I rolled a +1.
I think Bravo's in trouble.
I get 2 on my pilot.
2, so that's 6 points of damage.
So roll your where you get hit.
Plus again.
That's not good.
Boom.
Punch out.
Punch out.
Yeah, that's a punch out.
And
I'm
that's
going
an-
down. I'm going
Eject!
down.
Eject!
I can hold it.
No, you can't. Think what happened to Porkins. Eject.
Punch out. Punch out.
You take immediate damage, don't you, from punching out?
Yes, but it's because you're not doing it voluntarily. The
Oh, right,
difficulty.
this is like the ship automatically punching you out because it's about to break
Yeah.
up.
So you don't have time to brace.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's an involuntary punch out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't find where the numbers are because I'm searching for punch out rather than eject. Where is it? Page 46. Punching out. So you have to spend a fate point.
Luckily, I've got one of those left.
If you didn't have a fate point, you die then, do you?
You die, yes. And your system kicks in and your canopy goes, and from 1 second where you're going forward, next you're going up, and you're slammed into your seat as you accelerate to about 20 G. And can you make me a discipline or athletics roll against a +5?
Discipline versus +5. I've got discipline of 1.
Or athletics.
Or
I've got
athletics.
Nothing in athletics.
Oh, okay.
I do have -2 on that. So my discipline is -1.
-1. So you're taking 6 points of
Oh,
harm.
God.
You've already taken
2 points of
2
stress.
points.
2 points, 3 points of stress because we had that one for
Oh, it
that
just
attack.
damaged me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's you've got 2 more points of stress left.
So I've got to take
So-
moderate
so
damage, haven't I?
You've got to take a moderate condition, which is going to be something like internal bleeding,
Broken spine.
unconscious, broken leg.
Broken leg, then I guess. Concussion doesn't count.
I've got concussion already.
Concussion would, yeah.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have concussion because one of us has already got it.
Yeah, sorry.
We don't
I
share.
bagsuit that.
I'm Bagsy concussion. Double
So you're
Bagsy on you.
I'll see your concussion and raise you a ruptured spleen.
A ruptured spleen?
What are you going for, Bravo?
Concussion.
Concussion.
I'm having concussion. I'm just thinking, my head's hitting the canopy, isn't it? Come on. It's got to be a head injury or some
You are
sort.
you're doing
And I don't
goose,
like
exactly.
broken spine.
And you find yourself
Floating in space.
floating in the black with a firefight going around you.
Oh, so I
Death
can still
wish.
draw my pistol.
Yeah. so you are aware, rescuing someone is a full phase action. However, if you do rescue them and your ship goes down in flames, you only have the pilot's ejection system.
Take
Could
them
I-
out.
Could
No,
I could I
can float
choose
here.
could I choose to eject Bravo in that situation rather than me?
No,
I would allow that because, yes, it's dramatically
it's
appropriate.
dramatic. Appropriate. Okay.
But we swing round to the turret shooting at Ratchet.
Ooh.
Oh, chancellor.
And that's a 1.
4.
4. So you
Can I say it hits the TIE interceptor?
no, but you do get a boost. So
Okay.
you can use that.
To try and hit the TIE interceptor.
To say hit the
It
TIE
didn't work with
interceptor.
either of mine.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna shoot the TIE interceptor then.
And you've got a +4 on this.
It's just
start
a
from
snapshot.
You
Because
not
I want to heal. I want to repair my ship a bit.
Okay, so you don't have the +4 then, but you've got
Can't
the
have the
boost if you want to
+4,
use
but
it.
I can still use the boost, can't I?
Yep.
So
And that's going to be against a 0.
That's a total of 4 with the boost.
4 with the boost. So you've quite heavily damaged this interceptor,
Yep.
but it is
Pew, pew.
still going.
Okay. And I will attempt to repair my ship,
So that's against a 2 technology.
which I minimize that one and that one, which is minus +2. That's a total of 5. So I get 3 boxes back.
You get 2 boxes back,
2 boxes
I
back.
think.
Oh, okay.
Let me just
Oh.
double check.
Yeah. Well, I've only got one of the 2 in one. So yeah, it's 2 boxes. That's good. Cool. That's me.
Okay. The interceptor is going to try and shake a tail.
Okay.
Shake it off. Shake it off. So that's a tactics roll, please.
Yep.
Against a 4.
I got a 6.
6. So you stay on their tail. So you will be getting a +5 if you do a on their tail attack next turn.
Which I might well do this time.
Meanwhile, Bravo floats. It's a little cold out here, but not too chilly. Your
I'm
suit
eating
is-
popcorn. I'm getting the full Star Wars cinematic experience.
Can you, Bravo, just make me a 4 die fate roll with a +1?
The dice are not in my favor. It's 0 again.
0. The battle that you can see raging further out from the other ships seems to be pretty evenly matched at the moment. But the Superstar Destroyer isn't doing too much. It's more the interdictors that are holding the fleet at bay at the moment.
Are there explosions coming from inside the Superstar Destroyer?
There are some, but not. You've disabled the hyperdrive, so it's not going anywhere.
Right. We need the fleet to destroy it.
But you need a fleet to. Or you
Finish
need an A-wing that falls. Oh, what?
I do have one proton
What's happened to
torpedo
our
left.
screen?
I think the share. Let me reshare it. I think the sharing's just broke. I wondered what had happened.
I will come back to.
My screen just flickered, and I thought it was just locally, but it was obviously.
Do I have? I don't have a suit radio.
You do.
I do. So I can say to Deathwish, save the fleet, Deathwish. Don't save me. In some sort of heroic way, if required.
Yeah.
Jolly good. I'll save that for later.
I think the fleet can look after itself. You can't, Bravo. I've saved your life at least
I
twice.
can see
already.
they're losing.
And we cut back round to the TIE Defender that is going to get on Deathwish's tail.
Okay. Do I get a pilot roll against this, or just against the shot?
You just against the shot. So that puts it on a +5 before I roll.
Okay. I've got 4. That's not bad.
So that's a 4.
4. Okay, I've got a 5. Ooh.
So you do manage to dodge these shots coming, and it's, a normal TIE fighter does a normal rate of fire, and these just feel like they just keep coming. It's like it's on full auto.
Right.
Karma, Dave.
And
Karma.
then that's your action, Deathwish.
So if I wanted to get on its tail, I can't do that, can I?
No, the first thing you need to do is shake its tail.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
which point you will then both do a reposition in the net at the start of the next round.
Yeah, my tactics are shit. So can I get on the tail of the other one?
Yep.
And
That one's
Although
quite damaged
I
as well,
will
isn't it?
Sorry?
Pardon?
That one's quite damaged as well.
I think they both are.
It's got some damage. No, the one attacking you only has its shields down.
Yeah.
Right.
I
But the other
will
one-
point out, though, that means you are in the firing line of the turret.
I have no choice, really. I've got to try and take one of these out and pick up Bravo.
I mean,
Yep.
the turret is very heavily damaged. It's sparking.
Yeah.
Bravo did quite a lot of damage to it.
Okay, so I get +2 to my guns for being
Yep.
on his tail. And my piloting is... Oh, it's gunnery, not piloting, isn't it?
Gunnery. Unless you chuck
Gunnery.
a missile. Have you got a missile you can throw at it?
I do, but I'm kind of thinking I might save it.
Okay.
I
Okay,
will
so-
point out this one is minimizing 1 die on its pilot, which means it's on a -1.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll
so
shoot
you-
him.
Yeah.
Go with the guns. I don't use the guns very often. We've got to warm them up. Okay, so that is, I've got 2 gunnery, +2 for that, +2 there. I've got 6.
6, so that's 7.
Does your ship have any boost on damage? Would have thought so. It's got a number of.
No, it doesn't, because it's meant for the torpedoes.
Yeah.
So it's 7. It's got the 2 armor, so that's 5. Shields are down. So can you roll me another die, please?
A location, it's a minus.
That's the same place.
Yep. So
Boom.
5. That is 1 point over what you need to destroy it.
Yay!
It's got I will show you the stats at the end of what I'm using for these.
They're tough, whatever they are.
Yeah.
For the Alliance!
And you get to claim the TIE Defender, Deathwish.
Well,
Yeah.
Matthew,
You're muted, Bravo.
I know you're saying something nice about me.
That's
Matt, but-
just as well because you didn't hear what I said.
It's going to be bad enough when Deathwish tries to claim a Super Star Destroyer.
Yeah. Well, I am
But this
claiming
one-
that, actually.
I
So-
have claimed a Star Destroyer before, though.
True.
So have I, or at least interdictors.
At the same time, Deathwish, can you have a piloting roll, please?
I'm
As
going to
this
get
turret
shot at.
tries
aren't I?
to
Yeah.
swarm around.
Good piloting, so that's
that-
oh shit. Okay. I get a total of 1. I rolled -3 on my 4 piloting.
I get a 0 because I'm minimizing the 2 pluses that I just rolled.
That's my paintwork.
It works both ways, the minimizing.
Yeah.
We cut back to Bravo. Can you make me another die roll, please?
Can we have the map back again? Or is
Oh.
that still
Oh,
down?
Yeah.
No.
It's quite good just to have that as a visual.
Yeah.
Everyone drops
And
down.
it's nice to see the middle maneuver
Oh, this
chart
is better.
with only
3.
one TIE defender on it.
3.
3. Is that including the +1?
Oh, 4, including the +1.
4. You can see in the silence of space, one of the interdictors goes up,
Boom.
and just
Goes up. What?
So
through a
it
high level
blows up.
effect and through
Explodes.
Oh, blows up.
blows up. You feel the shockwave as it passes.
Do I? Do I
Yes.
really?
Yes,
Okay.
because it's Star Wars. We
Right.
we hold to a different rule of physics.
Can I surf that shockwave? To safety?
Yes, but you also die of radiation poisoning at the same time. So on the next roll for that, you're going to be getting a +2 now because the battle is starting to turn in favour of the Alliance.
Cool.
And we come back round to a turret that is
Shooting at me.
shooting at Ratchet.
Come on, Ratchet.
Oh boy, that's a 6.
I got 6.
Wow.
Ooh, well done.
So you
Yeah, I
take
got
1.
6. I got four pluses.
Same here. So it's
So that's
weapon 1,
of
so
damage,
you're
isn't it?
taking
Which
1
goes
point
on my
of damage.
shields. 1 point
Yep.
of damage goes on my shields.
And no stress because it's on your shields.
So if
Cool.
both Bravo and Ratchet punch out, can I pick them both up?
Ratchet would never punch out, and he has disabled all the punch out stuff in his ship.
All
He
right,
loves
so
his ship too much.
You live or die. Okay.
He lives or dies. Yeah.
Meanwhile, you feel you're so focused on being on this interceptor's tail that's how
Yep.
the turret gets you. It pings your
Yep.
shields at rear deflectors. But you're on this interceptor's tail. You've got a
Yep.
+4 if you want to use gunnery.
I'm going to use gunnery.
Put him
It's
down.
+5. It could be +5.
+5, sorry. Yeah.
Yep. +5. So that's gunnery.
And you're against a
6.
against a 2.
8.
Ooh, 6.
8.
So
So
that's
that's
7
6
damage. It's a 7
Yep.
damage.
The interceptor explodes in a hail of sparks.
Nice.
Boom!
And is no more. And Ratchet's E-wing just sails through the the debris.
Good old E-wing.
Hail of turret fire behind you. If you wish to get to where Death Wish is, that will be your
Yes.
next turn.
Yes.
You can't do it this action because it's
I realise
full-
that. So I'm going to do that next turn. That's my
Yep.
next thing. I'm going to say Death Wish.
Death Wish. This defender now got a +3 against you.
Okay. This is piloting for me, isn't it?
Piloting again.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
That's
I've got
a
7.
6.
I got +3 and I got 4 in my piloting.
So you narrowly dodge another hail of gunfire.
Nice one.
I don't think I'm ever getting on his tail though, because my tactics are so shit.
Yeah, when you're on, I'm trying to think.
You could shoot the turret.
You can go for the turret, or you can try and tactics and use a fate point to try and boost it somehow.
Yeah. And a face point, it's either a reroll or +2, isn't it, for a face point?
Yeah.
+2, yeah.
Or your other option, one thing we haven't made proper use of in the campaign is create an advantage. So you could create some advantages over the next turn or two that you can use to boost your tactics later. So you could start weaving amongst the superstructure.
Okay, yeah. So Bravo's okay at the moment. He's not going to die. so I can pick him up in a minute.
Bravo, she will be
sorry, Bravo.
okay. Her suit will keep her safe for an hour or two in the space.
So having sort of like scoffed at Ratchet's use of his technology to do things like hacking stuff, could I do something to try and turn its tractor beam stunt against it and do the same to it that it did to me by hacking its tractor beam?
Spoilers for Andor.
That's going to be.
I haven't seen Andor, so thanks.
Yeah, thanks for telling us. It's now a spoiler, Matthew.
Thanks. Fuckwit.
That's going to be quite hard. That's quite a complicated thing to do in terms of creating. So you need to create an advantage of hacking it.
Yeah.
Which is probably going to be a 5, the difficulty there.
Okay. So I have technology.
Because you're trying to do this on the fly.
Can I use the ship upgrade as well for that technology roll?
What ship upgrade did
+1 technology.
Yep.
And then would that be active this round?
No, so you need to.
Yeah.
They've already had their action.
Yeah.
So what? Actually, yeah. What I would say, if you make the roll, you can then spend a fate point to activate their tractor beam.
Yeah. And with that would swap our positions. But then he can still do a tactics roll next round to try and get a better position.
Or
Yes.
he could basically use the final fate point to do the swap again, but you'll still get to act before him.
You will still get to go first, yes.
Right.
Go for it.
What the fuck? Yeah. I'm going to go for it. So I need to beat 5. So I've got +5. I'm kind of tutting at myself for following Ratchet's ridiculous use of technology, but you know. Okay, so I got 5 exactly. So I got a +1 and a -1 on my dice, and I've got 5 in total technology.
So I will because you equaled it, if you want to spend the fate point, you will come level on the chart with them rather than above. So they won't be on your tail.
It's worth it, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
But they'll still be able to shoot at you and you'll still be able to shoot at them.
Yeah. That's okay.
Win-win.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to spend that fate point.
Okay.
Puts me down to 1.
Which means the turret doesn't get to shoot at you this. Oh no, it's simultaneous. So the turret does get to shoot at you this turn.
Okay. So I get a piloting roll against that.
Piloting roll against it as you pull off this maneuver, and it's against a 4.
Okay, I get 3.
So that's going to be 2 points of damage.
Okay, that's going to hit my shields, of which I have 3. So my shields go down to 1.
Yeah. You've not been hit at all yet.
I was, but I think I repaired it.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, I took 1 hit on my shields before.
Then you pulled yourself into.
I'm too busy
trick against them.
I'm too busy concentrating on the hacking to really worry about the gun.
And then we come back to the start of the round. Ratchet, do you?
I'm going straight into the special.
Oh, that's step 2, so it doesn't really matter. But step 1, I've just seen if there's anything you could create an advantage if you want.
I'm going to start hacking.
You won't be able to hack the defender from this range.
Okay.
Because you're in a different zone. Let's do the turret first because it's going to shoot at you.
Yeah.
That's a 0.
I got a boost from that.
Okay.
So I got 3.
So Ratchet has a boost against that turret. Obviously, if you leave the zone, it will.
Yeah, I'll lose it. So I'm not bothered. I just want to
go. And then, are you switching zones?
Yep.
So, do you want to make me a tactics roll, please? Obviously, this is your action this turn, but next turn we'll find out where you appear.
7.
Ooh.
We come back round to Deathwish and the TIE Defender.
Yep.
Simultaneous. Do you want to go Do you want to
Have I
first, or...
have I got to do a roll on the fleet?
Yes. Sorry. Let's have a look at the fleet, please, Bravo.
+2.
You got
I'm just
+2
watching
here.
the fleet here in space. +2. That's 3 in total.
So they are hammering one of. So there's 2 more interdictors left, and one of them is getting hammered pretty heavily, and you can see it starting to try and pull out. You can see it starting to swing round to maneuver towards an escape
Vector.
vector,
Vector, yeah.
which has opened up the fleet to be able to approach the Superstar Destroyer a bit more.
Cool.
But obviously, they've still got quite a distance to cover. Death Wish and the Defender. Do you want
Okay,
to?
I think I'm going to fire my last proton torpedo at this guy.
Okay.
So I get to minimize 1 dice in doing that, don't I? Yeah.
Yes, because it's a small target.
But I've got 4 technology, and I get no other bonuses. So...
You got 5 in technology, Dave.
Oh, yeah. Good reminder. Yeah.
That's against a 3 is your total.
I think I'm going to miss. No, I got 3 1s and a plus, but that becomes a minus. So I'm at -4. I get 1. I miss wildly.
Okay.
You miss wildly.
Yep.
And
Bastard.
against 1 against 3, so that doesn't get a boost. It doesn't get a boost, sorry.
Yeah.
It's going to...
And then I try and pilot to avoid this, don't I? So...
Well, so you're... let me just check whether that was a... So technically, that is a type of snapshot. It's just using your technology because it's not... Yeah. So you do have a second action if you want, which could include repair. You could do a tactical refocus.
No, I think I'm gonna repair my shields. Yeah.
Or you could try and push it.
Push what?
Their ship lower down the maneuver chart.
Right. Okay. I'm going to repair because my tactics is rubbish.
Okay, so it's against a 2.
Technology. So I got +5 as long as I don't screw that up. Okay, I got 6 in total.
6. So you're going to be able to repair two boxes or 4 shields.
Okay, that just puts my shields back up to full.
Okay.
Cool. Good. That was probably useful.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a snapshot at you with its torpedo.
Okay, do I get piloting to avoid this one as well?
Yep, piloting. So it fires a proton torpedo at you. Minimizes that.
So I got 6 in total.
Nice.
Which is going to successfully... So it got 4. So that you're playing dodge with this.
I'm radioing to that
tag.
I'm radioing to that defender pilot saying, "Who knew firing missiles in space combat was shit?"
Yeah,
It was a really stupid idea.
In return, it swings round and launches a torpedo at you, and it's clearly not locked on, as it just whizzes past you into one of the superstructure bits.
Excellent.
Cool. That's the end of the round, isn't it?
No, not quite.
He gets another action, doesn't he?
Oh, he gets another action.
It's going to tactical refocus.
Oh.
But I don't get to oppose that, do I?
Nope.
No.
And goes up to a +1 because it wasn't a great roll.
Okay.
Cool.
And then the turret is going to tactical refocus, but it's only minimizing dice on gunnery. So the turret goes up to 0. So that wasn't a great set of rolls.
Awesome.
It's now
That's
level
awesome.
with you.
That is.
And We are round 2.
Me.
As
Ratchet.
Spock would say, the odds are now even.
Oh, sorry. No,
Possible.
we're back round to the fleet.
Back onto the
Because
fleet.
Ratchet appears.
Yep.
But
No, I didn't do anything last round, so it's my. I'm top of the round, aren't I?
yeah, no, you did the 3 maneuvers. So this is your start of the round. So,
Yeah.
Bravo, how's the fleet doing?
-1.
Oh,
Minus
come on,
1.
Bravo.
3 minuses +2.
So that Star Destroyer that was on its maneuvering, as it's coming round, it just the way the fleet come in, basically, it's got one side that hadn't been heavily attacked, and as it's swinging round, launches a broadside at the some of the carriers, and
It was a
And you
feint
see-
after all.
you see a Nebulon B frigate go down because they're stupid ships. Who thought a long, narrow spine was a good design for a ship?
I know they look cool
Yeah.
though, but yeah,
They look
They do
cool.
look cool.
And
Drop!
it makes sense if you want the engines separate from the hull because of radiation or something, but in Star Wars it makes no sense.
no.
But so many things don't. That Star Destroyer is heavily damaged though, so it's not a complete trap. But Ratchet,
Straight on his tail, and he's getting a concussion missile.
Take him down, Ratchet.
you don't get the bonus from on the tail from concussion missile.
I don't. Okay. I'll just shoot. I'll just shoot from where I was then,
Let me just double check that.
because I did. We did before, because I was. You know what I mean? It's.
Yeah,
because
I'm just
otherwise
checking.
it's pointless me going on his tail. I might as well just stay at 7, and he can't shoot me, and he can't flip me around.
Yeah.
On the tail. Okay, yeah, I've just checked. So it's just an attack. So it can be torpedoes.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
I will. So that's +2 with me concussion missile, minimizing one of those, which is.
No, concussion missile. You're maximizing one. Remember.
Oh yeah, so it's a straight, isn't it?
Because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not a
So,
proton torpedo, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I'm minimizing one because of my technology actions. I'm still a bit damaged.
Right.
So that's a total of 7.
Okay. Let me just check. I'm not minimizing anything. I'm going. I don't have. I'm going to spend my.
I'm spending a fate point. Yep. And invoking my prototype strike fighter. So I've literally got I've got a hawk on him as well. While the concussion missile, they sort of spin in and basically do a weird sort of maneuver, and the missile comes in from an odd angle.
Okay, so that's 9 then, is it?
Yep, that's 9.
So I'm going to spend my final fate point to use the final swarm aspect.
Okay.
The swarm is basically my pool of like the background fighters.
Yeah.
But it lets me re-roll the dice, which was a -3 on the dice.
Okay. So I've got 9 at the moment.
That's a bit better. That's a 5.
So that's +4. So that's plus
4. So that's plus
+6
2
damage.
after the armor. So that's 4 points after the armor.
4 points after the armor.
Can you roll me a dice? His shields are still down. So let's find out where this
Right,
goes.
so negative.
Negative. So that's propulsion system, and it was 4 points, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So he is minimizing 1 die on pilot and tactics roll. And then it's his turn.
Yep.
And he's going to get on Death Wish's tail.
Okay.
Okay.
So
He's
it's
used
a new
his
one, so he only gets +2.
He's only getting +2. He's used his torpedo, so he's not getting that. He's only got the 1 torpedo. And
I've got 1 left.
On his guns.
yeah,
Okay, I've got pilot of 4.
that
Okay.
is going to be a 5.
I've got 3 overall.
So that is going to be 4 points of harm.
Okay, so that's 3. My shields are down.
And a point of damage.
It's to a plus. So it's to my computer systems and it's cosmetic.
And you also take 1 point of stress.
And I take 1 point of stress. I've got quite a lot of stress.
And then we'll do the turret.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, the turret shoots at me anyway, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
let's try and dodge
The
that one.
turret's minimizing those.
Okay.
So that is a -2.
Now I get 7.
7. So you got a boost now.
Okay, so what? How does the boost work?
You can
It's
use the boost
basically
attacking the turret.
Yeah, it's a 3 aspect. So you can get a reroll or a +2, but it goes away as soon as you use it.
Okay. I might as well shoot the turret then, yeah.
Yep.
Or can I use it to try and improve my
Tactical.
tactical position? Yeah.
So you're improving your position. Your best bet at this point is shake it off. So it's tactics versus tactics, and yes, you could use it there.
And he's
that-
minimizing a tactic dice at the moment, so you got a better chance.
And I could add +2 for my boost, or I could re-roll for my boost.
Yes.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'm going to do that because I think I want to... And that uses my whole action, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will tell you.
Okay, hang on then. Wait. You know, I might do a snapshot and then repair some shield, actually. That might be more sense. Because then he can sit there, I can tank him, and you just shoot him, Ratchet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got another missile.
I'm going to quick shot the turret, and then I'm going to repair some shields.
Yep.
Okay, on the turret then.
The turret, you're against a 1.
Okay, I got 4 pluses, so I've got 8. I got 6 in total on my shot on the turret.
This turret that Bravo had bravely started blowing holes in, you take out the last bit of it, and it just
excellent.
It's been
stamp the turret on the side of your ship.
If there was any noise
Another kill
in space,
for me.
it would have been grinding away, and then it comes round. It looks like it's about to line up a perfect shot, and then just blows up.
And then
we jump back to the fleet.
Hang on, I'm going to repair my shield.
Oh, sorry, you're going to repair your shield. So it's technology against a 2.
Okay, I get 6.
So you can repair 2 boxes of damage or 4 points of shield, or a combo.
I'll put my shield
2 in 1.
Put your shields up to 3. It's well worth it.
Yeah, shields back to full again.
Okay, Bravo.
Oh, -1 again. 3 blank dice and 1 minus. Oh no, actually that's plus 1.
It's +2, so that's
Plus
actually
1.
+1.
So that Star Destroyer that was on its last legs jumps out.
Oh, okay.
It's taken quite a bit of damage, but it does escape. That leaves the Super Star Destroyer in a final interdictor on like the far side, which hasn't taken any damage yet. And you can see that it's also angling to bug out. And it will do so in 2 rounds. So at the end of 2 rounds, it will go. But we'll see how the rolls go to see how the fleet does against it.
Right,
cool.
Yeah.
Ratchet.
All right, I'm going to
+3.
fire my final concussion missile against the TIE Defender. Maximizing. No, it stays. So it's +2. So it's +3, +7, 9.
3.
So that's +6. That's plus 8 damage. So 6 damage gets through.
Yeah. Can you roll
to
me?
its blank?
blank is the propulsion system again. So it's 6 damage. It's already taken 2 of those. 2, 4. Boom.
Whee! Good shooting, Tex.
And then I presume Death Wish, you're going to go and pick up a
I'm
Chili
going to rescue
Bravo.
Bravo for the 3rd time in recent history.
The second time, I think Bravo's only destroyed 2 ships.
No, but in my backstory, I save her life as well.
Ah, right, okay. Got you.
In his backstory, not in hers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my backstory, I'm trying to prove to Deathwish what a real Deathwish actually is.
And
Bravo,
I just
can
keep
you make-
stopping you. Yeah.
Can you make us a final fleet roll, please, to see whether the Super Star Destroyer is going nowhere?
Oh, fuck. 0.
0. So this other, the 3rd interdictor manages to escape with minimal damage.
It's the
But
Superstar Destroyer we're after anyway. So
Yep.
Let me just make... Death Wish and Ratchet, can you both make me just a... One of you make me a piloting roll, and one of you make me a gunnery roll, but the gunnery is going to be dependent on the pilot.
Okay, so what's your pilot?
my pilot is better than my gunnery.
So
I've got
you
4.
make the pilot roll.
I've got 4.
My gunnery's only 1.
What's your piloting?
2.
Okay. All right. I'll see if I can get a good piloting roll and then hopefully boost your gunnery.
Yeah, hopefully that'll give me a bit of a boost.
Yeah. Okay. I get +2, so I get 6 in total.
So as you're maneuvering around, having picked up Bravo, you spot a Imperial shuttlecraft departing one of the minor bays of the Superstar Destroyer.
Let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it.
And you manage with your piloting and experience flying around this thing now to weave between the damaged hull plates and catch up with it. Bravo, it's maneuvering on an escape vector.
Ratchet,
Sorry, not Bravo, Ratchet.
Yep.
Do you want to take a shot at it
I
before
will
it does?
attempt to take a shot at it
And you're against a 2.
against the 2.
Come on.
I'm gonna use my final fate point to invoke my prototype strike fighter, where like multiple, obviously I'm overcharging the blasters, so it takes extra damage. That's a total of plus. I got total of 5.
5. Yeah, you blow this. It's not heavily defended, and you blow at just as you hit the trigger. You get a comm message coming in of on your screen the face of Moff Narkev. Like just it comes up going, "I surrender, ice," and then you hit the triggers.
Excellent.
And it's like, did you hear that?
Hear what?
No.
Geneva Convention? What's that?
And not
Not
long
happening for
after,
a very long time in the future.
not long after the Superstar Destroyer surrenders, the fleet has taken some losses, but overall come out victorious. And you receive a message from I can't remember the admiral's name.
Medals, medals, medals.
Where's
Well,
our
I say-
kid? I want to try. I'm calling for our kid.
Admiral Joskley, who doesn't like Bravo.
No,
medals.
and doesn't like Kripke either. Doesn't like Ratchet.
Yeah. You receive a message congratulating Effekt flight and inviting you to land on the carrier ship. And just before he signs off, there's a mention of Bravo. I see on your records that you're due a court-martial. which was what you had hacked to put
Yes.
into the records.
Yeah, I had hacked.
And he just signs off, I'm looking forward to it.
No middle for me then.
And as you descend into the bay, there's people there to greet you, cheering.
Did our kid make it back?
Our kid's there, and he's already
Huzzah.
directing them on how many
The jizz
fighters to add on to his, how many silhouettes to add.
I'm telling our kid that if I tell him to stay on my wing, he stays on my wing. Because he's had me very worried for this last half an hour.
And end credits roll.
So,
We're all heroes.
and Kripke says 3 TIE fighters, 5 TIE interceptors, 1 shield generator, 1 wrist explosion generator, 1 AT-AT, 1 TIE defender, 1 Imperial shuttle, and 1 Moth.
I think we can share them off.
I don't think we're keeping score.
Well, if we were at all honest, Bravo, your kill count is higher than anyone else's from previous missions.
All right.
It
Then
was
we can keep
always-
score.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to say I've taken out a fair number of capital ships as well
Yeah.
in my time.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you very
yeah.
much.
Yep.
There's
Mine
lots
was
of
the
Imperial
lowest.
blood on my hands. Excellent.
We're getting applause.
Woo.
Oh, and I hope you all enjoyed that. And
It was awesome. Thank you
Yeah,
very
Thanks,
much.
great
Mohammed.
fun. Yes, thank you, Mohammed. Yeah, that was great
Bruce.
so we've got
fun.
Yeah,
15,
having
20
crap
minutes.
bad dice luck.
So I thought it'd be nice to just do I'm going to show you some of the stats in a second,
Okay.
Cool.
but also just what you thought of everything, because I have some thoughts about how I ran it that I mentioned briefly at Dragon Meet for those that I saw.
All right.
Oh, excuse me. I saw you at Juggermeat. I don't remember you mentioning it.
No,
I
likewise.
mentioned to someone about whether I'd managed to showcase everything that Fate does.
Oh, yes, I do remember that conversation. And I think we
And who's
decided
playing
no,
with
no, you
dice?
haven't.
Because you're just an adequate GM, obviously.
Yeah.
Can you see the window I'm sharing?
I can.
Do you want to bring this up? So this is the core Tachyon Squadron book, and I largely used the stats from the book, just with some slight variations. So your standard TIE fighters were the Gators with the simple damage option. So just
Right.
3 points. Have you seen our latest message in the comments, Matthew?
Oh, that'll be. Oh dear.
On
Oh no,
YouTube.
don't. We don't want to find our love in the city. Well, I mean, I don't know. Do we? There we go.
Well, bravo, mate. So that was the standard
saying?
ships. Bravo phones love everywhere.
I do. I don't need to answer ads like that.
Well, anyway.
Yeah. The Goblin became the Interceptors,
Right.
again with the simple damage option. And I tended to just use the standard one. I didn't use the Ace, which is a +5 in gunnery. And then the Defender was based on the Gorgon. So I swapped out the turret, attack anyone regardless of their position, for the tractor beam, and just gave them a single missile. And the Gorgon is really heavily armed. It's more than a match. It's probably a match for two
wings.
standard characters, and it had the fully detailed armor damage here.
Yeah.
And then
They weren't so tough. We dealt with them without too much trouble, didn't we, Ratchet?
There's a variety of larger ships, but I did make more changes to these, just because of how easily you went through the first one.
Yeah.
they're not. The ships in here aren't meant to be as big as a Star Destroyer. So I beefed them up a little in terms of just how much damage they could take.
Hmm.
And then
I see.
things like your ships were just variants on the standard ship that the pilots get.
So I think the first thing I'd say is it's a really difficult thing, I think, for you to balance a torpedo ship like mine taking out a capital ship when actually it would probably be a squadron of torpedo ships like mine taking out a capital ship. So actually making that work, like I said, in the early games, it felt that we took out the capital ships really easily. So I think there's a thing there that balancing the making it seem difficult enough that it's not too easy,
So
but making it feasible as well.
Yeah, that's part of why with the Super Star Destroyer, I split it up into 3 zones.
Yeah, that
so
was a
that
good idea.
You could take out one zone, so it was the engines was one of the zones.
Yeah.
And still have it. And it was also why I changed it that you had to take down the shields before you could damage the other stuff.
Yeah.
But it's difficult because in Star Wars, in the movies,
hang on, Paul,
you're muted, Ratchet.
Yeah, you're muted.
Weird.
I muted you when you were fiddling with your dice tray, Ratchet.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, that was with the moon base. That was awesome.
Yeah, so I made it a slight change, but the problem is in Star Wars, a single ship shouldn't be able to take out a Star Destroyer, but you see it happen multiple times.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose a normally piloted ship wouldn't, but a Tachyon Squadron piloted ship would.
Yeah. So I think you're absolutely right to make us. You're absolutely right to make us take the shields out first, because that's very Star Wars narrative of taking out the shield bubble thing.
Yeah.
In Return of the Jedi, the hit that takes out the Star Destroyer is like a 1 in a billion strike.
Oh,
because it hits the bridge.
It hits the bridge.
Anywhere else, and the ship is fine.
But in the same regard, you see them doing the run. They take out a shield generator.
Yeah.
And hit the bridge, and that's it. A multiple kilometer long ship taken out.
Yeah, I know.
Star Wars has never really appreciated scale in the way it should.
Or the idea of having a backup bridge somewhere,
Or even just the number of turrets a Super Star Destroyer should have.
Yes. Yeah.
So is it just in the default Tachyon Squadron? Is it just the Blackfish multi-action that you messed around with, was it?
Yeah. So I started with that. One of the supplements has rules for ship creation.
Ah, right, cool.
And how it gives you how to do it a bit more. There is ship creation rules in the core book, but the which one is it? Starfighter. Can't remember the name of the book now. There's a Starfighter book. It's not in print. It's only digital.
Squadron.
Yeah. My computer's been slow. And I used that to build each of your ships based on, and again, I could spend a long time tweaking them to get them slow. I wanted them all to be unique.
Yeah.
I wanted the B-Wing to be very focused on the missiles. I wanted the Y-Wing to be focused on missiles, but shit.
Y-Wings are great.
All right, there you go. Yeah.
Most of the time you see a Y-Wing, they're getting blown up because they're old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y-Wings are great.
I like Y-Wings, but they are shit.
Y-Wings are great.
Well, so you blew up your Y-Wing, and then you blew up your X-Wing.
It says something about the pilot, I suggest, rather than anything else.
But the one thing that I felt we didn't really showcase was aspects properly.
Mm.
I don't know how you felt, but I've really struggled to get aspects into play online
It's difficult
compared
to
to
get
how
them
I do
around
in
your head.
person.
Yeah.
It's not so much that in person I use a whiteboard.
Yeah.
So I put that in the middle of the table and I scribble things down for everyone to see.
Well, I was. Well, you can see I've literally scrolled all over the character sheet. So whenever I got an aspect or a boost or whatever, I'd be writing it down and to remind me what I had, so I could then use it. So I've still got things like backdoor into the into a variety of different computer systems.
Yeah. So in retrospect, what I should have done, the easy option would have been a shared Google Doc that all of you could have seen that we didn't put on screen.
Yeah.
Or Miro. I could have given you access to a Miro.
Yeah, or something like that. We could have even put it onto the Owlbear Rodeo screen.
Yeah.
But learning thing, Fate is a tricky one to get right.
Yeah. I've never played Fate before. I've had the rule book since Fate Core got kickstarted or whatever it did. If it was kickstarted, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was one of the first big ones.
Yeah. That was the first. I've never used it. I've literally just sat on my and this is the first time I played it, which I quite like it.
Yeah, I really like it. There are issues. There's a variant of it that's used in Demon Hunters that uses regular dice.
Right.
Sort of halfway between Fate and Cortex. That I think it's a better Fate implementation. On the other hand, I think Cortex is better again. And this middle one is by Cam, so it brings elements of Cortex in.
Yeah, I've got the Cortex system. I've got the Dragon Prince was one as well.
So I haven't got that one, but I've got Serenity, Demon Hunters, Leverage, Smallville, Firefly, Prime. I'm a big Cortex fan.
I like the Fate system. I think it takes a bit of getting your head around.
Yeah,
and I think the kind of the online nature of this game and the kind of long distance between some of the sessions, I think I found it slightly harder to get into Fate as a system than I did when we had the round the table session campaign that Matt ran for us.
Yeah,
I feel it works better around the table.
I think I have to agree.
Yeah.
But I think that's just kind of a familiarity thing almost, and not. I don't know, and also not wanting to ask all the same stupid questions every time we start playing. Just try and I'll remember it as I go along, a kind of thing, rather than rechecking my understanding of stuff.
Yeah,
but stuff like aspects, we use them a lot more in our game.
Yeah,
and I don't know quite why, but we seem to be more familiar with our own who we were. I think.
Well,
bear in mind, I wonder whether because we are both a pilot and a ship. Splitting our attention between those two things might have a.
I actually think it's it's digital because you've got to remember, to update your character sheet or
which is why I printed it off. I'm printing it off so I can write everything down on it.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing because I haven't had it on my table, so I'm looking at you guys, and then I go off to look at my character sheet. Whereas, in a way, you'd be glancing at your character sheet all the time, going, "Oh, what aspect could I use now?"
That's what I found really useful.
Yeah,
I mean, so my setup here, I've got 2 monitors, and I've had I've actually been putting the StreamYard just in a tiny little window because I don't need to look at it that much.
No.
You got 4 monitors, Paul.
Well, I've got the laptop I'm on. I've got another laptop here, and I've got 2 monitors.
Yeah. But
I've
I've
got a
been finding
laptop.
I've been jumping back and forth between different windows. I've got a window
There's
of
two
notes.
monitors,
I've got the PDFs open. I've got the Owlbear Rodeo. It's actually felt like quite a lot to manage
Yeah.
in terms of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I
just
think
the mental
that's
overhead of running the game. Yeah.
It's like
I
when
think
I was,
I found that with any online game, more so with this because I don't normally even use any sort of battle map.
Right.
No.
Talking of the game itself, though, I felt it was very immersive. I really felt like I was in a Star Wars movie every time we're playing it, which is brilliant.
And getting the little models out was just the creme,
And-
icing on the top.
And wanting to go, you know,
Yes.
it's just very cool.
I enjoyed the intrigue bits. Actually, I think probably more than I enjoyed the fights, but there we go. That's role playing
But
games.
both.
For me. Yeah.
I
I'll
think
go
you and Ratchet got the most out of those because we did a couple of just the two of you.
Yeah.
I missed much of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
Um,
God. I mean, no,
which-
sorry.
And I have to say, actually, that's the other thing that I've struggled to adapt to is 2-hour sessions.
Ah,
As too short.
Yeah,
Or yeah.
especially I wouldn't go more than 4 players. I don't know how you found it with Alien, Dave, where you had 5 or 6 sometimes. But
Five is manageable. I think 6 is getting too many. It is certainly on online. Sorry, Paul, but certainly online. The mental overhead is really high for that because you're desperately trying to make sure that you keep everybody involved. Whereas around the table, it's easier because people chip in more readily.
Last night I ran my One Ring game, and I've got 6 players in that. That's online. It's online. So basically, what I have is I have the battle map. It's not a battle map, as you know, the One Ring. I have the effectively the map screen, and then I got 4 characters on one screen and 2 characters on another, and then I'm basically helping because I've got quite a lot of newbie players in that group as well. I got two or 3 new players, so I help help them basically as much as I can.
I actually
like to see all the character sheets.
Yeah, I think for online, 2 to 3 players and the GM might be my sweet spot. I'd say 5 players max for in person, but smaller groups. I think because things are slower.
I think 4 works very well. I think online for me.
Well, 4 lets you split into 2 groups of 2. But that's something I'll need to think about for future.
Yeah.
I've got 4 players in my Monday night game that I run Torg. I've got 4 players for that, and then my Saturday night game, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players.
Yeah, and Bruce in the chat says 3 for a fake game is good that he's found.
My 6 players is I've just expanded. It was originally pre-COVID. It was a shop game, and we just took it online. And one of the sometimes we have 7 players, but that's mainly because we are a gaming group that've been gaming together for 32 years. A bit like Matt and Dave, my college group. We've been gaming together since the early 90s.
But obviously, your group get along better than Dave and I.
It's the tension that makes it good, Matt.
Twat.
Total twat. I was going to say something then. No, so yeah, I mean, for a normal game, I think 5 is probably really my maximum. But then you do get some of the one shots. So the Thing game that I run sometimes, which is a big PvP thing, I need at least 8, maybe 9 or 10. But then you expect players to do stuff in rooms, like talking when I'm not there, and then they come to me to run a scene, and that's worked really well on a couple of occasions. Have to do that in person. That wouldn't work online.
Just looking at the chat. So Bruce has suggested, what about converting it to Battle of Britain? Yeah, you easily could. The one thing you'd maybe want to, some of the actions wouldn't be appropriate. Like missiles wouldn't be
Yeah.
so.
I would have thought Night Witches might be a good one for that as well.
I mean, it depends on how you want to focus it. So that's the other thing we changed. We didn't use the downtime actions in the way that the game's actually written. Whereas Battle of Britain, you could do that. You're going out on a sortie, and then you're coming back. You wouldn't have the intrigue that we had here, but you might have stuff happening around your base.
That's probably a consequence of just, like you say, the 2-hour games that we're running here, because the actual action is taking an hour and 45 of that.
Yeah.
It doesn't leave you very much time to squeeze in downtime unless you make a whole session downtime.
I mean, that's what I initially tried to do, was combat.
Yeah.
In-person combat.
And that worked. I like
did.
that. That worked, yeah.
But yeah, the downtime, again, because it's Star Wars, you're on the attack. You're sort of pushing it to them. Whereas the downtime action is much more about, like, you're at a base and you're repelling attackers.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of this genre of fighter fiction, be that First World War, Second World War, whatever, where you are sitting around bored or whatever with each other, and then the bad guys come and you've got to leap into your craft and fight them. And actually, Star Wars as a genre is actually more proactive than that.
Yeah. And if you think as well about Top Gun, how the flight scenes are actually a break from the on the base scenes, which is the main focus.
Yeah. The beach volleyball.
Yeah.
The showers.
Which they did. I think did they do it
Stop
again
it,
in
Matthew.
Top Gun Maverick?
Yes, they did do the volleyball again.
Volleyball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yes, overall, really good fun, and thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Thank you very much for running it, Craig.
Yeah, thank you. Really good.
Bruce, I will put my notes into the Discord for you at some point soon.
I would appreciate that as well. That'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty sparse notes on the stats for ships and weapons.
It's
and
stats
stuff.
of ships, basically. I haven't got I found the Starship construction kit. It's $5 on Evil Hat site.
I mean, on Drive-Thru, it's part of a bundle with the rest of the supplements.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's inside the Dominion of Unity, Starfighter Academy, and those who were here before.
Yeah,
I've really enjoyed this. I would be quite tempted if I can find the time to actually run something, because it has been such fun.
Yeah,
it's another one that goes on my list of things I'd like to run.
Well, yes, I'm looking at what will be next for me. I think I'd like to do some more running.
I'm going to be running Swords of the Serpentine next.
Oh yeah,
not familiar with that.
No, I don't know that one.
It's Gumshoe fantasy.
Gumshoe Swords and Sorcery.
Okay.
In an ever sinking city. Running it on Tuesday if you're interested. A week today, in fact. Yeah, a week today.
Not a week today. Today's Thursday.
Oh, today's Thursday. So yeah, so next Tuesday.
I shall let you know. Obviously, I'm waiting for the One Ring campaign.
Yeah, I've got to go to bed.
One Ring.
Literally falling asleep in my chair. My idea. I'm trying to think of a clever way of doing
style.
it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk more anon.
But thanks again, Craig.
Thanks again, Craig.
And thanks
thank you to our viewers.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.